Have you been reading newsletters, articles, or corporate statements lately and feeling a strange sense of déjà vu with how the sentences are being structured? Well, it is not just your imagination. It is a full-blown trend that is quietly taking over the digital writing space. There is a specific sentence construction that has become so unbelievably common in synthetically generated text that it is no longer just a subtle hint. It is practically a neon sign screaming that a machine wrote it. The phrase in question is the classic. It is not just this. It is also that construction, and frankly, it is everywhere. I was completely amused when a recent financial report highlighted how this exact phrasing has absolutely skyrocketed across corporate communications. Recently, a market intelligence firm actually scanned their massive database to see just how frequently this specific phrase was popping up in company news releases, quarterly earnings reports, and official government filings. The results were honestly quite shocking. The usage of this sentence structure did not just increase a little bit, it completely exploded, multiplying by more than 4 times, jumping from roughly 50 mentions in 2023 to well over 200 instances by the time we hit 2025. This is not merely a weird quirk of modern public relations, it is a legitimate epidemic in professional writing, and the irony here is that it is not a coincidence that these language models rely so heavily on this phrase. It is actually a direct reflection of our own human writing patterns, which these digital brains were trained on, often without any permission from the original authors, which honestly feels like a major violation of creative boundaries. But the noticeable tells do not stop there. Alongside this repetitive sentence structure, the heavy and unnatural use of the long dash punctuation mark is also becoming a dead giveaway for machine-generated content. This whole situation is incredibly symbolic of how deeply reliant massive companies have become on automated tools to handle their daily communications. While we cannot definitively prove that every single document using this phrase was written by a machine, the sudden spike is impossible to ignore. Industry experts, like the chief executive officer of a major detection tool company called Pangram, noted that while this specific phrasing is not absolute proof of automation, it is highly preferred by the latest generation of language models, especially in dry requirements-driven documents like press releases, where genuine human emotion takes a back seat. So the next time you are reading an important company update and you see that familiar, it is not just a product, it is a lifestyle sentence. Take a moment to chuckle, because you are very likely reading the subtle signature of an automated writer trying its absolute best to sound profoundly human. It is a major shift in how we consume information, and a clear signal that as these tools get more advanced, we are going to have to pay much closer attention to the subtle rhythms and patterns of the text we read every day to figure out who or what is actually doing the talking.